Sadio Mane is gone.
Yeah.
Nunez has only had one season at the highest level, if you include the Portuguese league as the highest level. He was playing in the Spanish second division 2 years ago.
Well, let's not pretend that Diaz didn't come from the Portuguese league and hit the ground
Yeah,
sprinting.
he's been brilliant. I'm just not sold on Nunez. We'll see.
Well, you've only seen him for about 45 minutes.
Well, even if he starts slowly, Jota scores a bagful.
He's injured.
He's got a little hamstring strain. He'll be fine.
Just keep an eye on your own club before chucking stones
He's having
at
a
others.
he's having a wobble up about Manchester United, so he immediately changes the focus.
Do you think United
onto
get in the
Liverpool.
top four on a serious note?
I think they'll be closer than you think.
No, I think they might be close.
That's not what he asked you. He said, do you think they'll get in the top four?
I think it's too hard to call because there are 6 teams vying for the top 4.
Like
you
every
don't-
season.
so you don't know.
Yeah.
Like every season.
So you're not convinced that they're going to get back into the top four?
They should, because they
ca-
don't have European football.
I can't sit here and say they'll definitely get in the top 4 because it's
You can.
asking an awful lot based on what we saw
They
last
do.
season.
They have the Europa League, don't they?
Yeah, we got the Europa League,
Yeah.
and that's an important competition because that is a pathway
Oh, fair enough.
to the
That's
Champions
not what
League.
you used to say 10 years ago.
But what I would say is that we're all talking about who's Ten Hag going to sign, where's the number 9 coming from, is De Jong going to come in? Part of the remit that's been laid down to Ten Hag is to get the best out of underperforming players. Sancho is a decent player.
Yeah.
Rashford has been a good player.
Yeah.
There's a talent in Martial. Maguire isn't as bad a defender as he showed for Manchester United last season.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see improvement in all of those players, and that's why I think they'll be
And
closer.
it won't be difficult for them to improve, really. Let's be completely honest about it. And what else is incoming into the Premier League? What else have you got in your transfer notebook for the day today?
Well, this Armando Broja story is developing rapidly. We know that he's left Chelsea's pre-season tour of America to thrash out personal terms with West Ham. I told you this morning that Chelsea favoured a loan deal. Broja and his agent really pushing for a permanent transfer. West Ham won that as well. I think what we'll probably see is a permanent transfer, around about £30 million, and maybe Chelsea might insist on a buyback option, much like we've seen with Manchester City letting some of their young players go out on permanent deals. I'm also hearing Jesse Lingard could well be on his way to London Stadium as well. They've got a bid in for Anana, the Lille midfielder. They're confident on that one. So this is big business for West Ham. They've already spent £30 million on a defender in Aguerd. They've got a new goalkeeper in Areola. I think will be pushing for the number 1 spot. I guess the frustration for West Ham fans will be maybe this is all 6 months too late, because if they back the manager in January, we could have been talking about them as Champions League.
So Lingard isn't going to the MLS after all?
He's not going to the MLS, that's definite.
Well, I didn't think he would. I thought it would be a waste of talent if he did. I think there's absolutely no need at this stage in his career for him to do that. He has got enough talent to play in the Premier League. I hope that he manages to use that potential that he showed when he was on loan at West Ham United, because he was a brilliant acquisition for them during that period. And I think actually if he gets to go there and he flourishes, then there's every chance that he could have a good back end to his career, which has stalled.
Yeah, he showed, didn't he, in that brief spell? Well, I say brief, it was half a season, what talent he's got. He's a very intelligent footballer, Lingard. He's one of the best I've seen at running off the ball, making runs, when to run behind and when to come in the hole. He's not bothered about using up energy, run after run after run, to try and make space and get on the end of things. Very clever footballer, and somebody with his talent should be playing week in, week out somewhere. That's what he should be looking for now. Somewhere where he's going to play.
Where'd you stand on the Broja one? Because Andy Jacobs has been telling me every time I've been on with H&J that Chelsea should not even contemplate letting him go because they haven't got a number 9. Lukaku's gone to Italy. They should give him a chance in the first team.
Well, my view on that is based on the fact that I don't think he's willing to sit on the bench. So if you're asking me, do I think he'll start every game for Chelsea? The answer is no.
Still young, isn't he?
Could he be a player who could make an impact on the team in the Carabao Cup, in the early stages of the Champions League? Could he be someone they bring off the bench? When you're using 5 substitutes, yes, but I'm not entirely convinced he's got the patience to do that. And as a result of it, you might as well go on and play his football elsewhere. I don't necessarily think that he is a top level striker, but as we've already mentioned, there's a dearth of those, and Chelsea don't have one.
Why, as a young player, Danny, is he so adamant he wants to go out on a permanent transfer? Why do you think he doesn't want to go out?
How
on
do we
loan?
know that he wants to go out on a permanent transfer? It's more his agent that wants the permanent transfer.
I think it's him
isn't
as
it?
well. I think it's him as well.
Well, sometimes it can be for good intention. You just want a fresh start and feel like you're part of something. Feel like you belong because you've signed a contract. You can look forward to your future at that club, buy a property, everything. You're in. 100% in. The other reason is finances, because he's a young lad at Chelsea. He's probably earning decent money, but nowhere near.
He signed a 5-year contract this time last year before he went out on loan to Southampton.
Right. Yeah, but then did tremendously well. So you would think
he did well.
Tremendously.
I wouldn't say tremendously.
Well, all right,
Don't think he got into double figures. Actually,
I think he did better than maybe people thought he would for a young guy. Played more games maybe than people thought he would. I think he showed enough potential in that season at Southampton for his stock to rise.
There was a little bit of a contretemps between him and Hasenhüttl at one stage, wasn't there? Didn't they sort of have a little bit of a...
Yeah, I don't think Hasenhüttl was convinced that he was necessarily the best trainer, shall we say, and that was why actually at the start of the season he was a bit reluctant to use him.
Well, if you're leaving Chelsea to go on a permanent to West Ham and are paying 30 million quid for you've got some good negotiation. You've got a good, they want you, so you've got a good reason to ask for a good contract. They want him. He's going to play and he's going to get the money.
So he's leaving for money.
Well, yeah. If you stay, I mean, you've
got to remember he's the Albanian centre forward, and he plays for his country every time they play an international fixture, and he's produced some wonderful moments.
The sensible thing, and the agent won't probably see it this way, but the sensible advice would be go on loan, because you're already signed to a huge football club, and if you set the world alight and you scored a load of goals for West Ham, then you could walk back into Chelsea's team and be the answer to their problems. Why would you cut off that opportunity?
Exactly.
I would. It's very hard in the moment as a young footballer when someone's saying this club want you and there's a 5-year contract, you're going to get paid this, and the agent's going, let's get it out.
Maybe West Ham want it to be a permanent deal. In fact, I understood from the beginning that they want it to be a permanent deal because they don't want to be in a situation where they basically grow somebody else's talent.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, they're certainly pushing for a permanent deal as well. But as I say, this one is moving almost hourly. What about Cristiano Ronaldo, Danny? You mentioned him earlier. A report came out the weekend linking him with a loan move to his former club, Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo has spoken out about that, and he responded on social media with the word fake.
Did he call someone a muppet who...
He didn't call anyone up. It was a one-word reply. But this is the first that we've heard from Ronaldo direct about his future this summer. I think he stays at Manchester United. I don't think that he has the options available to him that maybe Jorge Mendes believed were there when he started leaking to the media that Ronaldo wanted out.
So you're suggesting now that Pep Guardiola was wrong and Cristiano Ronaldo isn't one of those players who can choose where he wants to play?
I don't think he is this summer. I think he stays.
What do you think? Do you think he ends up staying? It's a bit of a rowback. I know that he did do a picture for his Instagram wearing a pair of Manchester United shorts on Friday.
And that wasn't by accident, I don't think.
Might have been.
What do you think he released a picture with a Manchester United pair of shorts on just to almost say, I'm coming back, lads, don't worry?
A little subliminal message, maybe. Listen, Ronaldo doesn't do anything by accident, does he? This is a social media machine.
I think I'd like to see him stay, but I don't think he will.
Where do you think he'll go?
I don't know, but he'll find somewhere.
ESPN were reporting this weekend that the deal to Bayern isn't dead yet.
But Bayern have come out publicly. Oliver Kahn said it. Salihamidzic said it over the weekend.
Bayern, or some of the characters within Bayern have said it. It'd be interesting to see what happens with him, because he is a commercial machine, but he's also a goal machine as well. You've just got to find the team that are going to benefit most from his talents. He wants to play in the Champions League. Ultimately, if he's not going to be able to do that, then he might as well stay at Manchester United, because he's playing in the best league in the world. But if he went somewhere like,
say you went to Ajax, right? I know they
can't afford him.
No, but if he was prepared to not about the money, because he's going to score however many goals in their league, and he's going to play Champions League football because he wants to get the record, doesn't he? For the Champions League.
It's all about records, and it's all about establishing himself as the best.
He's got to find a club where he's going to play every week and score a load of goals and win a lot of games. So if he's prepared, if he's more about legacy than wealth, which I think he is, then maybe something like that could be an option.
Possibly, but at the moment it doesn't seem to be the case.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.